Your kitchen fridge is lying to you. It says your food is safe, but the second it hits that hot or freezing garage, everything changes. If you're tired of spoiled meat, warm drinks, and mystery smells in the garage, this video is going to save you a lot of money and frustration. Today, you're getting a clear, no-nonsense rundown of the 7 best garage-ready refrigerators you can buy right now. 7. RCA RFR 321B. This is a compact 3.2 cubic foot refrigerator with a small freezer compartment that looks like the perfect budget extra fridge at first glance. In use, it absolutely shines for tight garages, workshops, or even a corner by the tool bench because of its small footprint and reversible door, so you can tuck it into awkward spaces. The adjustable thermostat and manual controls give you basic but reliable cooling, and the interior layout with a small freezer box, door storage, and shelves makes it ideal for drinks, snacks, and a few frozen items rather than a full grocery load. One thing that stands out is how simple this unit is. No fancy display, no complicated electronics, just a straightforward compact fridge. That simplicity actually helps in a garage where dust, temperature changes, and occasional power flickers can cause issues with more complex boards. The reversible door and compact size make it easy to position next to a workbench or under a counter, and the 3.2 feet capacity is just enough for a case of drinks, some leftovers, and a few frozen packs without overcrowding. However, during real use in a garage environment, its limitations start to show. The small 0.2 Cu.Ft freezer compartment is fine for ice packs or a small bag of frozen veggies, but it's not something you rely on for serious bulk storage or long-term freezing, especially when the garage gets very hot or cold. 6. BLACK+DECKER BCRK32B. This is another 3.2 Cu.Ft compact fridge that clearly targets the same extra fridge role, but with a bit more refinement. Inside, you get 2 full-width slide-out glass shelves, a full-width door shelf that can handle tall bottles, and can storage in the door, which makes it surprisingly flexible for organizing drinks and small items. The freezer compartment is larger than some basic mini fridges, with enough room for a couple of frozen meals or a bag of ice. In day-to-day use, the BCRK32B feels more polished than the RCA. The glass shelves are easier to clean, and the door storage is genuinely useful when you're loading it with big bottles for parties or game nights in the garage. The flat-back design lets you push it closer to the wall, which matters when space is tight. Being ENERGY STAR certified, it sips power, so you can run it all year without stressing about your electricity bill too much. However, when you start treating it like a true garage workhorse, some drawbacks appear. Just like the RCA, it's fundamentally a compact fridge designed for indoor environments. It doesn't have special insulation or electronics tuned for wide ambient ranges. In very hot garages, the compressor has to work harder and runs more often, and while it does keep things cold, you can feel the unit getting warm around the sides after heavy use. Another issue is the manual defrost and the nature of the freezer box. 5. BANGSON Small Refrigerator 3.2 Cu.Ft. This is another 3.2 Cu.Ft unit, but this one starts to bridge the gap between a dorm fridge and a more practical garage companion, with dimensions around 17.4 inches. Deep, 18.7 inch wide, and 33 is high, it still fits easily under shelves or in tight corners, but the interior is thoughtfully laid out with a 2.9 Cu.Ft fridge section and a 0.3 Cu.Ft freezer. That split gives you just a bit more usable space for frozen items than some competing minis. In use, the big win here is efficiency and noise. The BANGSON draws roughly 0. 55 kilowatt-hour per day, which is very modest, and it operates at under 38 dB, so you barely notice it humming away in the background of a workshop or garage gym. The 5-level thermostatic control gives you a temperature range from about 32.9 degrees Fahrenheit to 56.5 degrees, so you can dial it down for drinks or keep it a bit warmer if you're mainly storing produce or overflow groceries. The interior flexibility is another plus. 2 movable glass shelves, a tray, and a drawer let you configure the space depending on whether you're stocking it with cans and bottles or stacking containers and small food packs. The The reversible door means you can place it on either side of a garage bay, and the adjustable legs are surprisingly handy when the floor isn't perfectly level. For a small fridge, it feels purposefully built to adapt to different spaces. hOmeLabs Beverage Refrigerator. The hOmeLabs takes a different approach. This is a dedicated beverage cooler, and it absolutely nails that role. It's designed to hold up to about 120 standard cans with 3 adjustable chrome shelves, which makes it a dream setup for a garage bar, gaming space, or workshop where cold drinks are the priority. The stainless steel frame and glass door also give it a premium look that instantly upgrades the feel of the space. In practical use, the cooling performance is where it stands out. The temperature range runs from around 34 degrees Fahrenheit to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, controllable via an easy-touch digital panel with a clear display, so you can fine-tune how cold you want your drinks. There's also a memory function that restores the set temperature after a power outage, which matters more than you think in garages where circuits get reset or you occasionally flip breakers. Inside, a small convection fan works with the compressor to maintain even temperatures throughout the cabinet, preventing that hot top, cold bottom issue some cheap coolers have. The auto defrost function is another quality of life feature. You don't have to pull everything out and manually scrape frost, which is the last thing you want to be doing on a Saturday when the game is about to start. The LED lighting inside makes it easy to see what you've got without keeping the door open forever. One important detail: this is not meant for fresh food like raw meat, vegetables, or dairy, and the manufacturer explicitly calls that out. 3. Kismile Chest Freezer. The Kismile around 3.5 Cu.Ft with a compact, space-saving footprint. This is where garage ready really starts to mean something for bulk storage. The chest design naturally holds cold air better when you open the door, and the high-density foam insulation helps it stay cold even during short power outages or on hot days. In use, the Kismile shines when you're stocking up. Whether it's pizza, seafood, meat, or frozen bulk buys, the interior is deep and open, with removable baskets to keep frequently used items accessible. The balanced hinge door that stays open between about 45 degrees and 85 degrees makes loading and unloading much easier. You're not fighting a lid that wants to slam shut while you dig around for that last bag of chicken. The thermostat gives you 7 adjustable settings, with a range roughly from about 7.6 degrees Fahrenheit to 6.8 degrees Fahrenheit, so you can lock in a deep freeze for long-term storage. Energy use is low, thanks to an efficient R600A compressor, and noise stays under about 40 dB, which is extremely quiet for a unit you may keep right next to a workbench or doorway. The drain spout at the bottom is a small but crucial detail when it's time to defrost or clean. You're not scooping out water by hand. For garage use, this chest freezer feels purpose-made. It's compact enough to fit against a wall or in a corner, but the storage capacity is enough to genuinely change how you shop and store food. Number 2. Upstreman 7.7 Cu.Ft Refrigerator BD75. This is where things start to look and feel like a full-featured, compact main fridge for the garage. With a total capacity of 7.7 Cu.Ft, about 1.5 Cu.Ft in the freezer and 6.2 feet in the fridge, it strikes a sweet spot between space-saving and truly usable storage. The footprint is compact at roughly 21 inches by 21 inches and about 56 inch high, making it easy to slot into a corner without dominating the garage. Cooling performance is a standout here. The fresh food zone can be set from around 28.4 degrees to 48.2 degrees Fahrenheit, which is more than enough to keep drinks icy and perishables safe, while the freezer ranges roughly from 9.4 degrees to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. With 7 adjustable temperature settings, you can tune it for your specific climate and usage, which is crucial in garages where ambient temperatures fluctuate. The cooling is stable, and the fan runs quietly, keeping temperatures consistent without loud cycling noises. In everyday use, the interior layout feels very practical. You get removable shelves in the fridge, a crisper drawer for fruits and veggies, and door bins that can handle bottles and condiments. That crisper drawer is huge in a garage setup where produce might otherwise get forgotten and wilt. The freezer has its own door, which helps maintain deep temperatures and prevents cold air from dumping out every time you open the main compartment. Energy usage is impressively modest, with average costs reported around the mid-two-digit range per year, making it a very efficient way to expand your cold storage. 1. Kenmore 33-inch garage-ready refrigerator. This is the true garage-ready king of the list. This is a full-size refrigerator freezer that feels right at home in a garage setting, especially the garage-ready variants specifically designed to operate reliably over a wider range of ambient temperatures. At about 33 inches wide with dimensions roughly 30.75 inches deep and 66.38 inches high, it delivers the kind of storage that completely transforms how you use your garage. Inside, the capacity is the big story. Full-width tempered glass shelves give you flexibility to store oversized items like pizza boxes, party trays, or big containers from warehouse clubs. Humidity-controlled crispers keep fruits and vegetables fresh, and multiple clear door bins, including gallon-sized ones, let you park milk, jugs, sauces, and drinks without wasting shelf space. In the freezer, full-width door bins and shelves make it easy to separate everyday items from bulk buys. In real use, this Kenmore feels like a dedicated home base for serious storage. You can move your bulk meat, frozen meals, and overflow groceries out of the kitchen and into the garage without worrying about cramped shelves or uneven cooling. LED lighting makes the interior bright and easy to navigate, even when the garage itself is dim. Being ENERGY STAR certified, it manages this large capacity while still keeping energy use reasonable, which is essential when you're running it year-round. As a garage unit, the garage-ready versions are built for exactly this environment, handling the temperature swings that would cause smaller, cheaper units to struggle. Final thought, that's all for today, folks.